Hi there, everyone. Jim here, the father of Fantasy for the Ages, the show where father and son sit down and talk about fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy things we enjoy. Just Jim here coming to you today with a quick take episode. My thoughts in a brief episode on something I think is pretty important to all fantasy and science fiction readers. If you enjoy what I talk about today or just appreciate it, don't forget to like the episode down below. You can do it now. Take it back if you don't like it when it's done. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll join the growing crowd of people that are hopping on and enjoying the things Zach and I keep trying to bring out to you. Also, check out the show notes, all the other ways that you can get in touch with and support Fantasy for the Ages. Thanks. Now, this episode, man, I see you. Yeah, you. You're a completionist, aren't you? I can tell. I used to be one. Every book you read, you feel like you have to finish it. Every series, it's like once you begin, you owe it to the author to see the story arc to the conclusion. I mean, how do you read The Hunger Games and just leave Katniss Everdeen in District 12? Can you really walk away from Harry Potter when he's still living with his aunt and uncle at number 4 Privet Drive? Stuck under the staircase? Aren't you compelled to learn how Kavoth kills a king and still doesn't end up with Denna? Oh, strike that last one. Bad example. But here's the deal. I get you. I'm a recovering completionist. I've gone through books and series that I really wasn't enjoying, talking myself into believing I was appreciating the book. Because what if the end is amazing, even though I'm hating what I'm reading? How can I speak about a book with authority that I don't like it, that it's not very good if I haven't read it all? Don't I owe it to an author to give their full vision my due consideration before drawing conclusions? This led me to read all 4 books of Gene Wolfe's The Book of the New Sun, as well as the follow-up sequel, The Earth of the New Sun, and I did not like those one bit. But having read them all, I can be an authority now and share my opinions on these books. Doesn't matter. Those who love these books just feel like, I don't get them. I didn't fully appreciate and understand what I was reading. There's nothing wrong with the books. Fine, if that is how you feel, but my point is the fact that I made a point to finish them does not turn me into a compelling authority. So who cares whether or not I made it through the book? Bad on me that I wasn't enjoying it and I tortured myself. And do you really owe an author anything? I've already given my time and attention, and often my money, in trying to read a book. If the author has failed to engage my interest and attention after 50 pages, 100 pages, maybe even after the whole first book of an epic fantasy series, is it my fault? Don't fall for that fallacy of this investment you've put in and you need to see it through. No, I owe an author no more my time or attention if they have not sucked me in. After all, I'm not asking for a refund on a book I bought. And goodness knows, authors like George R.R. Martin have proven that they don't owe us anything. Authors may or may not choose to finish a series that we do enjoy. But here's the lesson I'm learning now. This is what I want to really impart to you all, pass this on to you, empower you. At this particular moment, I just checked, I have 1,270 books waiting on my TBR, my to be read list. All books that I would genuinely like to read. This year, just over the first 8 months, we're mid-August right now, I've read 98 books. I do read at a pretty good clip. It's not unrealistic to see me reach at least 125 books this year. So, let's do the math. 1,270 books divided by a pace of 125 books per year. Okay, it'll take just over 10 years to read every book on my TBR. I, I'll be 63 before I can get through just these books. And that's if I don't add another to the list. And you know that's not going to happen. I keep adding books faster than I can read them. So do you. No one knows how much time they have. We only know that each day is precious. It's a gift. So why should I throw any of it away reading something that I'm not fully enjoying? Nope. No more. I will DNF anything that doesn't get me totally engaged and invested by at least a third of the way through the book. I'll at least give it that, unless it's like a massive book, and then I'm probably going to call it sooner. I'm currently nearly a third of the way into book 4 of the 10 core novels of Malazan, Book of the Fallen. Stephen Erickson has hooked me hard. I can't read that fast enough. In fact, I'm regretting talking to you right now. I could be reading that book. But someone else shot me a message earlier today saying they just finished the 10th book. There's 10 core books in Malazan. So just finish the series, basically, and really now can't say that the books are worth reading. They're not worth the time. I'm like, what? Why would you read all the books if you feel that way? Don't tell me you just suddenly had that revelation at the end of the 10th book. That tells me you were not enjoying yourself. You were pushing on because you felt you should, and I want to encourage people like that to stop it. Don't do that to yourself. You should DNF, genuinely, if you're not enjoying it. That's so much lost time. Opportunity you could have been getting into books that are more you. So, I give you permission. Be like me moving forward, not me who used to be. Read whatever you want. And if it's not working for you, do the Frozen. Let it go. The world is full of books waiting for you to enjoy, to fall in love with. End the relationships that aren't working and move on. No regrets. Fill your focus with all the great books that you'll end up enjoying and forget about those that you dumped like a bad habit. Move along guilt-free. And now, I'll be right there with you. All right, that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed. Leave me your comments, what you think. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'll leave you now. We'll talk to you next time.